Hey guys, today's video we're going to be discussing comes from the underdeveloped mind of Mr. Thrive and Survive. Mr. T is a special kind of flat earth idiot that believes the 24-hour daytime sky in the Arctic Circle is observational proof that the earth is flat, because it could not possibly happen on a spinning globe. He asserts that if it was a globe, then the sun would be making a zigzag motion in the sky for everyone living in the Arctic Circle. Mr. T, you are a fucking idiot. But before we get to his video, I would like to make a few statements of facts. Everywhere within the Arctic Circle will experience at least one day a year of 24-hour daylight and at least one day a year of 24 hours nighttime. The Arctic Circle is derived from the Earth's tilted axis of rotation of 23.44 degrees and therefore begins at 66.56 degrees north latitude. Beginning on the vernal equinox, the North Pole will receive 24 hours of sunlight every day for 6 months until the autumnal equinox, at which it will begin its 6 months long cycle of 24 hours of nighttime every day. And finally, all points along the edge of the Arctic Circle will experience only one day of 24-hour sunlight each year, which is on the summer solstice, and one day of 24-hour darkness each year, which is on the winter solstice. So now let's hear what this fucking idiot has to say.
Now, I know this is poor animation and poor drawing. I apologize, but you'll be able to get the point, I think.
The intelligence level of my viewers is not going to be swayed by your poor animation skills. Even with professional level graphics, a fucking idiot is still a fucking idiot.
All right, this is the Earth. All right, and I know it's not the scale, but it doesn't matter. The scale doesn't matter at all.
So the scale of the Earth and the Sun doesn't matter, right? Then why is it that every flat earther ever uses size and scale to describe perspective? Just ask Jism's dumbass. And typically, when a flat earther tries to use an animation to describe the globe Earth and the Sun in the same picture, they portray the Earth about the size of a lime and the Sun about the size of a pea. However, this is an accurate representation of the relative sizes of the Earth and the Sun, where the Earth is the size of a pea and the Sun is the size of a bowling ball. The Sun's diameter is approximately 865,000 miles wide, while the Earth only has a diameter of about 8,000 miles. That's 110 times as big. If you are going to try to debunk the globe model, then you should accurately portray what the model represents. You are a fucking idiot.
Okay, so here's a person, they're above the Arctic Circle, this little red dot here, that represents the pole, okay? What we are taught is that the Earth goes around counterclockwise once every 24 hours, okay? So, and also we're told that if you are above, up here, above the Arctic Circle, and it is summer, for example, you will see the sun 24 hours.
Again, you are completely misrepresenting the model that you are trying to debunk. The only place that you can see a 24-hour sunlight for 6 continuous months is at the North Pole. Any observer standing on the perimeter of the Arctic Circle will only see 24 hours of sunlight one day per year on the summer solstice. Flat earthers are generally dishonest when it comes to properly representing the globe Earth model, because flat earthers are fucking idiots.
Okay, fine, good. We see the sun 24 hours a day, just like we saw in that video, okay? I've asserted that we're not moving.
Whoa, be careful with the way you use the word assert. You have proposed that we are not moving. To assert something means to state a fact confidently and forcefully. You have absolutely zero proof of your proposition. Therefore, it is impossible for you to assert anything in regards to your proposition. I, however, will assert with confidence and force that you are a fucking idiot.
So at 6 a.m. you're here, all right? And you're looking at the sun.
Okay, so let me make sure that I understand your fucked up idiot logic. In this picture, the observer is standing on the Arctic Circle and looking due south, with the sun due east or his relative left. Identifying the cardinal directions is going to be key in identifying the fallacies of your argument.
So, okay, the observer is looking to their left to see the sun. Got that? Okay, now it's 12 noon. Okay, the observer sees the sun straight out. okay? Which means when the observer was down here, what happened? They were looking to the left and now they're looking straight out. That means the sun has appeared to move to the right in the sky.
So 6 hours after your initial observation, the globe has rotated by 90 degrees. The observer is still standing in the same spot on the Arctic Circle and is still facing due south. But the sun is now directly in front of him. We can both agree that the sun will have appeared to traverse the sky from the observer's left to the observer's center.
Okay, now at 6 p.m., now what has happened? The observer has to look to his right to see the sun. Alrighty?
So 6 more hours have passed, the globe is rotated another 90 degrees on its axis, the observer has not moved and is still facing due south. The sun is due west and has appeared to traverse the sky from his relative center to his relative right.
Let's go another 3 hours up, all right? Midnight. The observer has rotated all the way around to here. And remember the last time the observer saw the sun to his right, okay? And now he's looking straight out again. So the sun would appear to move what?
Behind you, you fucking idiot! 6 more hours have passed, the globe has rotated another 90 degrees, and the observer has still not moved. However, for some fucked off reason, the observer is now facing due north. You are a fucking idiot!
Again, to his viewpoint.
Again, to his viewpoint, which was due south for every other observation, the sun would appear to move from his right to his left behind him, you fucking idiot!
All right, now let me put this in motion with the time, and you can see what I mean. Okay, let's watch it do its little thing. 6 a.m., noon, 6 p.m., midnight, back to 6 a.m. Now, isn't this what you would see above the Arctic Circle?
Wrong. Your graphical representation of what the observer would see would only be right if the observer also rotated on his own axis at the same rate as the Earth, 15 degrees per hour, but in the opposite direction. In fact, every single video of the 24-hour Arctic sun uses these exact calculations to ensure that the camera stays fixed on the sun. You have misrepresented either the globe model or the actions of the observer in an effort to be dishonest, and you are a fucking idiot.
The sun would zigzag, as the other guy says in his video, and that's exactly right.
Oh my fuck. You are a fucking idiot. But at least we get to the root of the fucking problem. When idiots listening to other idiots saying idiotic shit and completely bypass the logical reasoning filter they were born with, it will result in more idiots like you putting out more idiotic videos like this one. Mr. T, you are a fucking idiot.
Not only that, but it would appear to get, when it gets to this point right here, okay, during these hours here, it would appear to move less angular per hour than it does out here. Because out here you have a greater angular difference, okay, per degree as you change back to come back to here to where it's parallel.
Mr. T, you are describing exactly what you would see on a flat Earth with a sun that orbits in a circle above you. On the globe model, the sun is 93 million miles away, and at that distance, it would appear to any observer on a globe as a fixture of light locked in the sky. In other words, it would rotate at the same rate the sky rotates, which is a constant 15 degrees per hour, no matter where you are on Earth and no matter what time it is. You are a fucking idiot.
Do you see how the sun would just zigzag back and forth? And as you got closer to the middle things, it would slow down. All right, it would slow down and then it would reverse its course back the other way. This is proof that the Earth does not move.
The only thing that this is proof of is that you have no conceptual understanding of either model's functionality. You don't understand the angular mathematics that you are presenting as facts, and you are a fucking idiot.
If you can't imagine this, if you can't get this in your head, get yourself another hobby.
And you should put down your flat earth astronomy leaflet, pick up an actual astronomy science book, and start understanding the idiocy of the claims that you are actually making, because you sound like a fucking idiot.
Okay, because I think it's absolutely brilliant. It really is absolutely brilliant.
Yeah, well, I'm sure a monkey would find the idea of a light bulb brilliant as well. It only proves the fact that you are a simpleton and you are a fucking idiot.
Make sense? Hope so. Hope that makes sense.
Hell no, it don't make no fucking sense. Your model literally contradicts everything you claim that your observations consist of. Now, you may be able to fool flat earth idiots with your nonsensical graphic presentations, but anyone with just a little bit of common sense will see straight through your bullshit and come to the same conclusion, that you are a fucking idiot.
And he's going to view the sun, okay, as he's going around in the circle. And this thing here is what's going to happen is he's going to get this kind of a perspective. It's going to swing around like this.
Again, you are not accurately representing what you are asserting to be true. By your own demonstration, the orange line represents the observer's line of sight. If the observer didn't rotate, then the sun would appear to go left to right while it is in front of him and right to left when it is behind him. In other words, the observer would have to rotate at the same speed of the Earth's rotation and in the opposite direction to maintain a direct line of sight with the sun. I created this graphic to help you visualize your mistake. For simplicity purposes, we are going to assume that the initial observation is made at 6 a.m. and is due east relative to the observer's longitude. This model accurately demonstrates the faults of your idiotic claims. At 12 p.m., the observer would have had to have rotated 15 degrees per hour so that he can remain transfixed on the sun, which would then be due south. At 6 p.m., he would have to rotate another 90 degrees to maintain a line of sight on the sun, because the sun would then appear to be due west. Another 6 hours and another 90 degrees of rotation will have him observing the sun due north. And finally, the last 90 degrees of rotation occurs the following day at 6 a.m. and will again be facing due east. These predictions accurately match what we observe in reality, and you are a fucking idiot.
So the sun is going to go left and right, left and right. It's never going to go around in a circle. You're the one going around in a circle, according to science.
I think you mean to say, according to everyone who is smarter than you are, according to everything we observe in reality, according to repeatable and verifiable experiments and mathematics, and according to me, you are a fucking idiot.
Okay, imagine where the cursor is here touching the earth. That's the person. Okay, he's the one spinning around on the earth looking at the sun. Can you see how it would go left and then to his right, then to his left and to his right? It would zigzag back and forth. Okay.
I can only assume that flat earthers have such a hard time understanding this observational reality because observational reality takes place in 3 dimensions and flat earthers are stuck living in 2 because all flat earthers are fucking idiots.
We don't move, people. We don't move. Here's the proof. Show it to anybody. Let them debug this one. Debug it. That's what it'll take. Some sort of error in a program to get this one wrong.
Actually, Mr. T, it only took a misunderstanding of observational reality, a complete lack of intellectual integrity, a nonsensical knowledge base, and a YouTube astronomy degree because you are a fucking idiot. Now, I'd like to take the time out to thank Mr. Thrive and Survive and his decision to drop out of school in the 3rd grade. Mr. T has an entire dumpster full of dumbass material, and I guarantee you will find me debunking more of his idiotic nonsense because Mr. Thrive and Survive, you are a fucking idiot. I would like to extend a great deal of gratitude to all of my subscribers. You guys are fucking badasses and the comments you leave are extremely entertaining. I love interacting with you guys and it keeps me motivated to make more videos. In the future, I will continue to utilize Stellarium, Universe Sandbox 2, and other programs to try and provide graphics that are better than the typical Microsoft Paint variety. So if you haven't already subscribed, click the button and tell a friend because all my subscribers are fucking geniuses. I'm Father Skeptic. And I'm out.